The Benidorm Enthusiast here. For today's video, we're going to be discussing a very topical issue at the moment, and that is prices. Prices of everything are going up around us at the moment, and they have been for most of the year. So we're going to be trying to find out today, is Benidorm still cheap? We've been out and about talking to people, getting their opinions on prices in Benidorm. What's the average price of a pint? What should you be looking to spend for a meal? All those sorts of things we'll be covering in this video, so you can get an idea of what you'll be looking to spend on your next visit to Benidorm.
I'm Taff from Castleford.
And I'm Paul from Leeds.
Nice to meet you guys. So in general, do you think Benidorm is still cheap?
Yes, very cheap. Yeah, compared to other holiday resorts, really cheap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Went to Lanzarote in March, and that's not too bad. But the one that sticks out for me is we went to Albufeira in May on the stag do, and the prices there are way higher
Than Benidorm?
Yes, they are.
So what would you say is the average price for a pint of lager here?
About €2, isn't it? Depending on where you go.
And depending on what
and what time of day you go.
Yeah.
Obviously during the day it's cheap. If you go into a place that's got acts on, they put the prices up.
Yeah.
Average price in a show bar?
€3.
€3.5.
Yeah.
Depending on the beer, yeah.
And where's the cheapest place that you've had a pint or a bottle or?
I would probably say Yorkshire Pride's cheap.
Andy's is
quite cheap.
Andy's is cheap.
Up at Campsite Corner, that's cheap. Most English-owned bars are cheap.
Yeah.
I think food's still reasonable. I think it's competitive. It doesn't stand out as being dear to eat out.
Average price of a meal?
Well, when we were there 3 weeks ago, we went in that new 1111 across from you.
Yeah.
So what is it there? €28, and you can fill your bill.
Yeah.
Or you can eat. And they're a little bit different, but €28.
That's a special meal, really.
If you go to a comparable place in Leeds, and I just think if there's Ender in Leeds, you go there, and that's 40 quid for an all-you-can-eat experience.
And what about a typical sort of
Well, we went to Clay Oven.
British pub grub or a curry?
It's still the same. It's gone up a little bit, still the same price, but dirt cheap. I wouldn't advise anybody to come here all inclusive.
No, I wouldn't. We went to Clay Oven when we were here, me and my missus, and it's starter, main course, drinks, and it was €50. But I don't think that's bad.
For the two of you?
Yeah, for the two of them.
And we
I don't
drinks
think that's
as well,
bad.
With drinks as well?
Yes, including the
Wow,
drinks.
that's
So what, €50, 42 quid?
Yeah. It's more expensive for families if you bring your family. Like up to young kids to bring them out. And obviously, pop's dearer than alcohol.
It is.
Which is unfortunate, but.
Right, well, thank you very much, guys.
Cheers, thank you.
Let you fill your boots with some of these beer bucket offers.
We shall do.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Kira, and I'm from Bristol.
Bella, I'm from Bristol.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what are your thoughts? It's your first time in Benidorm, right?
First time in Benidorm.
And do you think it's cheap?
We think it's cheap, don't we? We just had a breakfast for €4. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
€4, full English.
Yeah, we from Bristol. You can't even get that for under a tenner, really, can you?
Yeah, literally, yeah, love it.
And what about drinks?
Drinks are cheap as well.
Yeah, to be honest, drinks are cheap. Alcohol sometimes is a bit expensive in some places you go, but again, like
You got to work out the best places to go, that sort of thing. But still cheaper than Bristol on a night out.
Definitely
isn't it?
cheaper than Bristol.
What have you been drinking? Beer or spirits?
Spirit.
Do we look like beer girls? No.
Vodka, you have vodka.
Yeah, we love vodka.
What
And it's got to be Smirnoff.
Smirnoff, yeah.
So what have you been paying for a Smirnoff and Co?
About €8, isn't
Yeah,
it?
€8.
Wow.
But yesterday we managed to, we had it both for
2 for 12, I think it was, and that was good. So €6.
Yeah.
So it depends where you go.
Yeah.
That's where we go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been eating out, obviously. You said you've had a
We've been
breakfast.
eating out, we've been staying in apartments, so we haven't had any like food included, so we've been eating out every day and it hasn't been too bad, has it?
No.
We haven't brought bags of money, like, and we've you know, we've
Still going home with some.
Yeah.
What would you say you've spent average per day?
100, just under 100 a day, and I mean that's going out on a night as
going
well.
out.
So that's with meals and drinks?
Yeah.
got to do it
That's
right.
it. Well, you have a great time.
Yeah.
And thank you for today.
Oh, no worries,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Martin from Dundee.
I'm Chunky Dundee. Handsome Frank from Dundee.
Handsome Frank, love it. And what do you think about prices at the minute?
Just a wee bit tied up.
They are increasing.
Not a great deal, but just noticeable.
It's noticeable.
Noticeable, yeah.
So would you say it's still cheap? Would you say
Oh, it's still cheap.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's still cheap.
average price of a pint?
We drink bottles
Drink bottles.
£2.50
Okay.
on the strip.
Yeah. How does that compare to Scotland?
No, where we drink in Scotland, we're £2.60 for a
So it's about
for a
the
beer.
same.
Yeah.
It's about the same.
You still get your Amstel, the cheap drinks. €1, £1.50.
You can get the
Yeah,
if you shop around a little
But
bit.
it depends on your taste.
What would you say average price of a bog standard meal?
Roughly a wee bit higher in Britain. Yeah. No much, just pennies.
All right, well, you have a great time.
Certainly.
shall.
Enjoy the beer.
We've just had a bucket of it, so
Handsome Frank, enjoy yourself.
I shall.
I'm Jeff, this is my wife Carol, and we come from Swansea in South Wales.
And what would you say? Is it still cheap?
Yes. Yes.
Compared to when we came 35 years ago, up a third,
Really, that's all?
that's all.
In 30 odd years?
Yeah, because you used to be able to have, Costa Coffee, or Costa Game, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee and a brandy, 70 cents.
Okay.
Now it's 150.
So have you noticed prices in the last couple of years going up?
Yes, but not half as prices when you go back home.
Okay.
It's still the cheapest place in Spain.
Enjoy yourselves.
Cheers.
Have a good day.
Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Iggy.
bye-bye.
Lovely to have met you.
Thank you.
I'm Vincent from Glasgow, and this is Maureen and Margaret.
What's your general thoughts on Benidorm? Is it still cheap?
Fantastic.
Yes.
You're paying $1.50 for a beer. And we were in America 3 weeks ago and you're paying about $14, which is about €11. Benidorm's the place to be, honestly, all over
You come
Spain.
quite a lot?
Yes, we come every year.
So would you say prices have gone up since last year?
No,
or
definitely not. No,
you've not noticed?
Never noticed it. We were in the chippy up the hill there the other day. What's the name of it? Ray's Chippy.
Yeah.
And they were fantastic. They sent us an extra €2 for 3 years ago. So I just think the place is wonderful. I really do.
So what would you say the average price of a pint of lager for
I'd
example?
say about €1.50 euros, which is, I think, is everybody gets in Scotland you pay about €3.50 back in Glasgow for a pint, which is about €3.5. So,
Do you eat out at all?
all the time, all the time.
Average price of a meal?
About €10.
Okay.
It's between €8 and €10 here, which is for nothing. You get a steak dinner on a Sunday for free, but it's €30.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much
Nice to
indeed.
meet you.
And I've offered Lucy a drink, but she doesn't want to take one.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm Joan,
I'm Neville.
and we're from Blackpool.
And how do the prices compare to Blackpool?
At the minute, I would say the prices are about the same.
Yeah, I'd say roughly the same as well.
Yeah.
So do you think Benidorm's still cheap or is it going up?
Going up slowly.
It's going up.
Yes, yeah. I think you're finding it hard now to find a euro, €1.50, but that's what you used to look for when you come. But
What was the average price of a pint, say, what you've been paying while you've been here?
Well, I'd say about €3.
Okay.
€2.50, €3.
Do you like the spirits?
Copperberg.
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 What have you been paying, say, for a Copperberg? What's the average price? About $4.50.
Yeah, and that's the same as what it is at home now. So it's the same.
What about meals? Have you been eating out?
No, because we've got meals in the hotel. So, but looking on the boards when you're passing there, I think the meals are still reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't think they've gone up very much. I think it's a reasonable meal.
Well, you have a fantastic time and enjoy the rest of Benidorm.
I'm Dawn from Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Gemma from Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland.
Cara from the same place.
And what do you think of Benidorm? Is it still cheap?
I don't think it's too bad. It's not cheap, but it's not. Well, I think it depends where you go and what you make and what you're looking for.
Okay.
You can make it as expensive as you want or as cheap as you want.
Something for all budgets?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's your first time?
I think it's cheaper than like buying a round of drink at home. You know, it definitely
It would be, yeah.
What's the average price you've been paying for, say, a pint of lager?
Oh, about Well, we don't drink lager.
What do you drink?
We drink in gins.
You drink gin, so a gin and tonic. What's a gin and tonic been costing you?
It's costing us about £4. But I mean, it's more than one. The measure, you know, so
triple.
It's a triple.
And what you're paying for a single.
Yeah, you'd pay that at home for a single.
Okay, and have you been eating out at all?
No, we're all inclusive.
Okay, but you've still been going out drinking as well, making
we
well.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, girls.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm Martin, and this is Zena, and this is Gavin. Gavin's from Keighley, we're from Accrington near Manchester, and we've all joined up out here together for a week.
Really? Do you think Benidorm is still cheap?
Oh
yes.
Yeah. It's really good value. Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere else really.
Compared to UK prices?
Oh, without a doubt.
Without question,
And what about compared to like, say 5 years ago?
I don't think it's changed. I don't think it's changed. We still pay €3 5 years ago what we pay now, don't we?
Yeah. You can't do better.
You can't go wrong. For value for money, get yourselves to Benidorm.
Yeah.
Have you been eating out while you've been here?
Yes, we have.
Average price of a meal?
Well, we
have snacks mainly, don't we?
We did, but we had a meal last night. We had a Chinese last night. And for the three of us, to have a set meal, 2 extra bits.
Couple of bottles of wine.
€30, fantastic.
30
and I was
for the three of us.
What's the average price of a pint of lager?
I would say €3.
€3.
Nice beer?
It doesn't matter where you go, the expensive ones or just somebody on the side street, it's €3. It's fantastic.
And the sangria is good too.
Sangria?
Yeah, sangria. We're going for a sangria now, actually.
What do you pay for a jug of sangria?
Well, I just get a glass. It's like €5 for a glass.
Okay.
And it's lovely.
It's a big glass. You get.
Lovely.
It is good value for money.
Do you think the old town's still cheap as well?
Yeah, I do.
That's where we go.
Yeah, that's
we go
where
every
we
night
go
to the old town. We actually walk all the way to the old town. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, it's just the atmosphere. It's so busy.
Yeah.
It's just people watching.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll see you next year.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We've bumped into you.
Nice talking to you.
So there you have it, guys. I think the general consensus is that Benidorm is still cheap. Maybe not as cheap as it was before, but we're not seeing prices rising quite as dramatically as they are in other parts of the world. Of course, the prices of running businesses here are going up around us, and unfortunately those prices do have to be passed on to consumers. But I do think there is something for every budget in Benidorm. You can still find some fantastic bargains if you know where to look. And if you don't mind paying a bit more, there are some high-end places where you will find a more classy bar and a more classy price. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Click on the subscribe button, it does not cost a penny, and click on the bell so you get notified whenever we release a new video. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.